Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us on Gabon News. Let's see what happened this week in Gabon. The special representative of the Secretary General of the United Nations for the Central African region visited the Ombudsman of the Republic of Gabon's office as a part of a round of consultations with a view to ending peacefully conflicts in Central Africa. 2 months after his appointment as Special Representative of the UN Secretary General, Mr. Abdoulaye Bathily paid a visit to Gabon's Ombudsman, Mrs. Laure Olga Gonju. The meeting centered on peaceful resolution of conflicts in the region.
I came to see the Republic's Ombudsman. As you know, she plays an essential role in the resolution of social conflicts, and that's mainly what we talked about. Ombudsmen can contribute to peace in the sub-region, whether as individual or as a group in the sub-region. I spoke to Mrs. Gonju about the opportunity that is given to all the ombudsmen in Central Africa to contribute to peace.
The head of the United Nations Political Office is tasked with helping to consolidate peace and prevent conflict in the Central African region, and will be looking to Gabon's ombudsman to help him in this task. In the context of trade and bilateral relations, the Ombudsman of Gabon, the Ombudsman of the Republic of Gabon, Laure Olga Gonju, received diplomats from various institutions in Libreville, including the South African Ambassador to Gabon and the UNPD Resident Coordinator. Gabon's Ombudsman, Mrs. Laure Olga Gonju, reiterated her commitment to peace in Gabon and Africa as a whole by receiving the South African Ambassador and the Resident Coordinator of the United Nations Development Program in Gabon.
I thought it would be appropriate for me to visit the Ombudsman, first of all, to wish her well on her recent appointment, as well as to share experiences with what she intends to do with this very important institution, and see if we can exchange notes and learn something from each other's institutions.
We talked about the capacity building training that we could offer to the different agents that will be working with her and how we could help her develop an operation strategy in Gabon.
With these meetings, Gabon Ombudsman shows her intent to collaborate with the different international institutions present in Gabon to carry out her mandate. Bloomberg Philanthropies and the U.S. Department of Commerce co-hosted the first ever U.S.-Africa Business Forum, a day focused on trade and investment opportunities on the African continent for African heads of government and African business leaders. This forum is a part of President Obama's U.S. plan to improve economic relations between the United States of America and Africa. Gabon's head of state Ali Bongo Ondimba took part in the U.S.-Africa Business Forum co-hosted by Bloomberg Philanthropies and the U.S. Department of Commerce. During this forum, Vice President Joe Biden praised Africa for its abundant resources and urged African leaders to invest in human capital in order to reach their potential.
America is excited about the prospects of Africa because Africa possesses two incredible resources: an overwhelming abundance of natural resources and the resources of its people. You all know the great talent that exists in Africa, but turning that talent even in a greater capability requires significant commitment and significant investment.
U.S. President Barack Obama, addressing the many investors present at the forum, highlighted the many changes Africa has gone through over the years, making it the place to invest.
We all know what makes Africa such an extraordinary opportunity. Some of the fastest growing economies in the world, a growing middle class, expanding sectors like manufacturing and retail, one of the fastest growing telecommunications markets in the world. More governments are reforming, attracting a record level of foreign investment. It is the youngest and fastest growing continent with young people that are full of dreams and ambition.
the opportunities for the United States and Africa to work together to achieve mutual prosperity for the countries and people are growing. There is great optimism for what lies ahead, as Africa will play an increasingly central role in international commerce. And we come back home to Libreville, where the city is gearing up for Independence Day. Construction teams are relaying all over the city to rehabilitate different sites, including the Place de l'Indépendance, which plays an important part in Gabonese history. Although this area has now been converted into a free parking lot, history teaches us that this place has a significant role in Gabon's independence. It's here that on the 17th August 1960, Gabon's independence was proclaimed.
This place is important for our history. Now it's a parking lot. We watch the cars, and afterwards, if people want to give us something, they do. Sometimes we also clean the cars.
Construction crews have been coming here for the past few days to give this historical place a well-deserved lifting.
It's good that the authorities have decided to clean up the place ahead of Independence Day. It was abandoned and had become dirty. It had become a kind of shelter for homeless people.
While we congratulate the authorities for this initiative, historical places like this need to be kept up throughout the year, not only on the eve of important events. It is, after all, part of our history. And finally, in sports, our very own Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has been impressing on a preseason tour with Dortmund. The Gabonese international striker, who was rumored to join Chelsea, has impressed with his performances as he looks to start the new season with his team. The Gabonese international striker has been in lethal form throughout Dortmund's preseason, netting 7 goals in as many games and featuring regularly in Jurgen Klopp's starting 11. Although he was involved in a transfer saga that was rumoring him to have fallen out of favor with the Dortmund hierarchy and leaving for Chelsea, Aubameyang recently stated in German football magazine Kicker that he was committed to staying in Dortmund and was targeting to score at least 20 goals this season. Aubameyang and his teammates travel this week to Liverpool, where they'll face the Reds at Anfield on Sunday. Thank you for your time and patience. You've been with us on This Week in Gabon. From all the team here, we thank you for making us your source of information, and we'll see you next week.